So previously on my channel, you've seen videos of my home media server. I have two videos. One kind of explains what everything does on there. I added to a little bit, and then the other one kind of goes more in depth on how the home server rack was built, how I made it out of wood, instead of buying one that was $500 or so on, or trying to find something on Craigslist. The minor issue that we had 2 weeks ago was that we had a fire in our house. Actually, we had a fire in the server. So, living in Kansas, Missouri border, we have a lot of tornado activity, and a lot of strong winds were going through the town, and our lights were flickering on and off. And I didn't really think anything of it because we've at our old house, we've lived at an older house before, and it had the old style two-prong wiring, not even the grounded wires, and it's done it over there for probably 2 or 3 years without any issues. Well, I decided to catch fire at this house. I have like 12 terabytes of drives, not all full, but all of our Blu-rays are all backed up on there so they can be shared out throughout the house. It caused a little chaos. So I went downstairs thinking we left the oven on. Went downstairs, turned the light on in the living room, and looked at the oven, and the oven was off. Didn't leave that on, but I looked across the room, and there was a haze of smoke. And at that point in time, I realized the fire detector down in the basement was going off. I was like, oh crap. My home server, router, network equipment, all that's down there. I haven't quite put it up in the new server rack or anything like that. Opened the door to the basement, turned the light on, and I couldn't even see the floor. It was so smoky in there. Ran down there. I didn't see any fire, but I ran down there and immediately took a left-hand turn because you gotta go down the stairs, and then you can turn around. You can go right or left to get to the back side of the basement, and I immediately saw that on my server, one of the bottom one, through the grill, I saw a small little fire. As if you were putting 2 or 3 candles together, that type of flame. You know how it kind of gets bigger as you put them together? That's what I saw. So I took a can of compressed air, blew it out, I started unplugging all the stuff, and then started taking up each equipment one by one upstairs outside so it didn't relight on fire inside the house. So I got everything outside. Great. I don't even know what the damage is, but it looks like a small little fire in front of the main media server computer. So I was like, well, maybe we just burned up the operating system drive. Maybe we didn't burn up everything. I wasn't that lucky. So the fire department came because it was smoke. We didn't know where the exact fire started. We were worried about the electrical. They came and they were asking about everything, and I said, it looks like I blew out the fire, but we're good to go. They used a little thermal imaging thing down in the basement. Didn't see any problems or anything behind the walls or anything. As the chief outside was talking to me, he mentioned that we're going to spray down the computers with water because they were still pretty hot. And as soon as he'd said that, one of the other guys was spraying it down with water. So if we could have saved anything at that point in time, it was all done. I'm going to show you, I haven't actually opened these up yet. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hopefully this will help you guys prevent this from happening to you. But I've always wanted to get one of those battery backup things, the UPSs, but they're always like 150 bucks. Not that expensive, but you're like, 150 bucks, my stuff's been lasting fine. If anything happens to my stuff, not a big deal. If it kills a drive, who cares? Not a huge deal, it's $100, whatever. But I just never really bought one. But I didn't realize it would start a fire if it flickered back and forth, or the power flickered on and off. Well, it will, it could. So I went ahead and bought one of those with the new setup, and I'll show you the new setup after this. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's look at it. Took the screws out already. Woo! Looks like it's got some burn marks there, so you can see it looks, oh, I can smell it now. It does not look too bad, actually. This one doesn't look too bad. It was on top. And as you can see, it burned this plastic piece off, and then burned through here a little bit, started melting that. And as you can see down here, it got really, really hot from up on top of this. So the hard drive is actually burnt up a little bit. I'm not even sure if it's, I mean, other than being sprayed down with water. Everything here looks pretty good. The fan, I think this could have all been salvaged if need be, if it needed it. But I'm pretty sure now that it's sprayed down with water, it probably won't work. Let's check out the media server. I'll show you real quick what it looks like in the front. As you can see right here, I don't know if you can see that. The fans, there's 120mm fans there, and they are burnt up already. The fire is actually in this area right here. So the fans are burnt up completely. All right, let's crack this one open. A lot of heat damage up here. So much in this region, but not so much over here, right? Oh, you can actually see it charred up right there. Definitely a lot of heat there. As you can see here, it looks like it got, a lot of the fire happened in this area. I have 3 120mm fans back here. Wow. Looks like a wire mess. Actually, it was a little neater than that before they threw it around. Whew. There's no salvaging those. Let's see if you can see some of this mess. Not much damage here. I went ahead and unplugged this from the computer, or from the power supply, but not much damage over here. I think this would all have been fine. The power supply looks like it probably got a little hot. But honestly, I think maybe the processor would be fine. It's possible it's still fine. From the heatsink fan maybe protected it from water. The drive I couldn't mount up because I didn't have any spots for it. Looks better, but better than the rest of them, huh? So as you can see, it's a total loss. Thankfully, we were able to get the insurance company to recuperate some of the costs, some of the repair damages, or to repair some of the damages to the computer. They replaced pretty much everything on here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I upgraded it all to. All right, so here's the new setup. It's on an old desk right now. Once we get the basement all done, I'll probably get all this stuff into a centralized location so that way I can get all the network stuff upstairs and then hardwire all the TVs up so we can get everything working properly. But anyway, so here's the new media server. I went ahead and put it in a standard case instead of a rack mounted case. It's a Corsair 100R. Here's the new UPS that I'm going to use from now on, so that way that doesn't ever happen again. It is a 1500 volt ampere, I think I'm saying it right, 810 watts. So it should power all this equipment pretty well. So over here I have the switch that burned up. You can't really see, but let me get a light. You can kind of see now where it's burnt up by the logo there. I went ahead and wiped it all off. You can kind of see on where the connections go in, where it's kind of burnt up a little bit. I don't think it's burn marks. I think it's more smoke, that black smoke. Then there's my router. I had to clean that up too as well. All the front of it was really black. I know it's already black as it is, but all those chrome silver connections were all sooted over. Soot is the word I was looking for on the switch. So thankfully it saved the Wi-Fi access point. That wasn't even on the stack, so that's nice. That's nice about that. I use the Ubiquiti access points that you can mesh the networks together. Little round discs, kind of like the Cisco ones, only a lot cheaper. But thankfully we saved that one. I'm gonna go ahead and link the other 2 server videos I have of the old server setups I had. Well, one video, as you earlier, will show kind of what I had going on with it. And then the other one will show kind of how I built the server rack, along with more updates with that. So as you can see, yeah, if you have a computer on 24/7 for the most part, or anything like that, get it on a battery backup, or definitely a better surge protector than I had it. Spend the money now, because right now we're trying to get the smell out of the basement. You can't smell it on the video, but it smells like smoke down here a little bit. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to make a comment, put a comment down below. So ask me questions about this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. I have a lot of videos for technology, how-tos, let's make it together type videos. I'm just starting out, so help me along my journey. I'm gonna go ahead and link some of the items that I have in the video that you'll see in the description below, Amazon links. So if you're interested in buying them or seeing what I have, go ahead and click on those links. Definitely, I recommend this UPS. If you want to see a review video on it, let me know in the comments. I can do a review video on it. And other than that, I will see you next time.